Konnichiwa. Wait a minute, give me just a moment. Whoa. That was weird. Konnichiwa, everybody. What's going on? Oh, what did they change? Hang on a minute. What? Oh no. Okay, hello everybody. Are we... Why now? Okay, so... Are we here? Hello, chat? OBS is telling me we have Greek, but I don't know. Okay, this is weird. I don't know what stop sign changed, but everything is backwards. If I look down, I look up, and if I look up, I look down. Left and right's also backwards too. What happened? What did stop sign do? Why? Just too early for this. It's too early for this. What did stop sign do? I don't know. Okay, here, I'll move the chat box window to the side so it looks like I'm still looking at you all. There we go. Alright. Stop sign not use confusion. Yeah, inverted controls for everything. The weird thing is, it's fine on the camera, but it's not fine on the desktop for some reason. The second system mirror dimension. Yeah, it's inverted X and Y, all of it. This is weird. I'm gonna hide myself so that I don't get distracted. Yeah, I had the same problem the other day. I think, yeah, I guess they did something with it, but... Oh. Hello, chat. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, being weird right after he streams. We have had a lot of streams recently, haven't we? Shout out to the internet's panicking to fix this code. I don't think anyone's panicking to fix the code. They're all just like, yeah, they'll deal with it. Ian Curse is real. Princess Wing, Kokoiri. Good morning, welcome back. Thank you for re-upping the membership. You work really hard. I think I might be going back a little bit too far. You also sound super HD for some reason, do I? Wait, I sound super HD. I'm not sure what that means. Like you can hear like the definition in my voice. As am Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. The audio sounds different. How does HD sound? You're crisp, but I don't know if you're extra crisp. Extra crisp, what does that mean? Could it be no suppression? I haven't used my suppression since like the second week, or no, not week, second month I think. I turned off the suppression because I found out that the noise suppression that we've been using has been it has been like capturing my wheezes as background noise. So So whenever I have the noise suppression on and I start wheezing and laughing, that it actually mutes that because it thinks it's background noise and then it blocks it. So you'll hear like the very beginning of my wheeze, and then afterwards it'll stop. Like I'll just go silent. So since then I have turned off the noise suppressor, so I go almost entirely without a noise suppressor nowadays. I like how crisp means good, but crunch means Xbox mic. Kate Okoiri, good morning Shinri, hope today's a lovely one, and quiz too, yeah. Release the wheezes. It's funny how you just disappear into the void. Yeah, that's why I turned off my noise suppression. And for honestly, like unless there's something really loud going on in the background, like a very loud fans or something, I usually try to keep it off in general. There used to be like an app that I think called like NVIDIA Broadcast that NVIDIA has. If you have a 2000, 3000, or 4000, I believe, series card, like some of the newer ones, basically, it lets you use like AI algorithms and whatnot to like cut out the sounds, and it's really cool. It's kind of scary actually, but yeah. These are too strong. Rumbling Morning 8, Shinri in HD. Am I in HD? I've not changed anything about my setup. I'm just tired. My lovely morning voice. Gotta earn that wheeze. Rox Freeze, thank you for the super chat. Had a tough week and I can't describe how happy I am to meet Shinri and all the kois. Can I have a koi hug? Aww. Wait, let me go ahead and put that in there. I have a list of emotes. Koi hug emote. We should add that. Hi Shinri, it's my birthday today and I'm so glad to include watching your streams today as part of the celebration. Thank you for being such a delight to watch and hope you have a wonderful day. Happy birthday Midnight Crawl. Happy birthday. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hope it is a wonderful day today and that you treat yourself for surviving another trip around the sun. Thank you, thank you. Sorry, I had to like cough real quick. The air is still kind of bleh here. Oh man. I wanted to get what was that? Like a why is the air spicy? Turns out Discord was able to suppress my calls on the mic. My hubby could only hear me across the house, but not on the call. Yeah, Discord does come with its own noise suppression. I have to remind the boys to like turn that off every now and then. Because like even Discord's like all the noise suppression systems use like different algorithms, and sometimes it detects things as like noise and mutes those out. I think like one of my I guess not a favorite, but like a really nice thing, a really like cute and sweet thing to hear is like people humming. I don't know why. I like it. I like when people hum, especially like a very nice song or not necessarily like a lullaby, but like just humming. I find that a lot of noise reduction algorithms end up catching those and muting hums, because if they don't hum with enough energy or volume, the noise suppression thinks it's just the hum of like your PC fans or like your I don't know, the refrigerator or something like that. Humming is great, yeah. You mean you're purring? Noise suppression detection is a little funky. Noise suppression detection is a little weird because there are like individual sounds, you know? So like when you talk into a microphone, or like when a microphone picks up something, you basically have what is a little diaphragm, like a physical diaphragm inside the capsule of the microphone. And then as you talk, the vibrations in the air that you make, the sounds that you make, cause that diaphragm to vibrate. And as it vibrates, it generates like an electrical signal on the inside. And that's the thing that is sent from the microphone to your PC and then reproduced as sound. So because it's just that, it's one signal. It's the vibrations of the little diaphragm, the little capsule on the inside. So it's not like you can just isolate out, hey, like this is background noise and this is not background noise, because to the diaphragm, the one that's connecting all those, collecting all those digital signals from the vibrations, it's all just vibrations. All of it's just vibrations. So there are certain types of like noise suppression or like reduction that you say like EQ. So like frequencies under or over a certain hertz will just cut out, and then you'll feed in the data from your microphone to your PC, and your PC, whatever filter you have there, will say like, all right, we're going to analyze this, and then everything down below like let's say 50 hertz, we're just going to block that out. And that's pretty easy to do. But let's say you have a PC fan that's around 200 to 300 hertz, where your voice normally is. Most people have like a segment of their voices that end up in that range. It's difficult to just say like, all right, well, there's background noise, and then here there is talking voice. We're gonna cut out the background noise part of it, because to the microphone, it's all one signal. It's all just like the same vibrations. Raylan, hello, thank you for the super chat. I've been unwell. Can I ask for a healing spell? It goes moe moe koi. Thank you, and have a great rest of the week. Shinri and the kois. Sorry to hear that. I hope you get better soon. Please take care of yourself and get lots of rest and recovery. I wonder if AI is suited to analyze noises. I'm sure there are. The pace of AI is going kind of wild. It's going really fast. So I'm sure there are ways to like detect certain types of sounds. Generally, like the most of the noise suppressions that I know of are like very fancy versions of noise gates. So like things that are generally, if it's under this many decibels, just block it out. So it's like a very fancy noise gate. And then if it's over, it just opens it up, and then every sound, including the background fans, gets through. But I don't know, maybe, who knows? It'll be interesting just to see how crazy and wild it goes. ChatGPT tutorial popped up everywhere. It's everywhere. I had my friends talk to me about that. I have a few friends who are like studying for a very big exam, or who have been studying for a very big exam for a while now, and they were using ChatGPT apparently as like a tutor. And the funny part is that it gets like a bunch of things wrong. So what they ended up doing was spending more time correcting ChatGPT on like the specific nuances, but it actually ended up helping them, because they're like, wait a minute, I know enough to actually know when something is wrong. It's helping me study that way. I'm like, all right, cool. I am not fully versed in the use of ChatGPT AI language models as a way to study, but if it like allows you to review your own knowledge and tell what is right and what is wrong, then more power to you, I suppose. Teaching is the best way to learn. It makes sense. Something like that, yeah. Like if you understand a concept well enough that you're able to explain it to people, then it's a pretty good thing. Creative use. I guess that's one way to study. It's like, what was it? Rubber duck programming? Rubber duck debugging. It's a thing that coders, I think, or programmers do, where they like they talk to a rubber duck and they explain all the steps of what they want to happen, and then they work out a problem that way. I'm pretty sure you could incorporate that into your general learning, your knowledge, I suppose. Like if you have a test, or let's say, oh, that's one thing. If you have, for example, a paper that you need to write, an essay, maybe it's a midterm, maybe it's the final, maybe it's something big, right? But you can verbally talk to a rubber duck and be like, all right, well, this is what the paper is going to be about. I want to start by, say, setting the premise and then giving one or two examples, and then we'll go diving deeper into the specific issues of this essay. And then that's going to require me to find, this piece of evidence or this reference over here or this source there. And then as you talk it out aloud, I think that helps you organize your thoughts a bit better and figure out exactly where you want to go. Or at least give you like a starting point, I should put a rubber duck on my desk. It doesn't have to be a rubber duck. It can be anything. It could be like your figurines. It could be like, I think one of my friends used their, what was a rare amiibo? There was one amiibo that was like super rare for Smash. Roy? Or Ike? I don't know. One of the amiibos. They were talking to the amiibo while they were like practicing and studying. Can even be your friends, yeah. Rosalina? Was it Rosalina? I forget. It was one of those. It was one of the rare amiibos that they had. They were like super proud of it. So it can be in your acrylic stand then. Yeah, it can be anything really. As long as it's a way for you to verbalize things and get things out of your head so that they're not like vague concepts and emotions inside your mind. But by talking out loud, it forces you to put those into words and connect them into not even whole sentences, but just like sentence phrases. And that gets you started on your little journey because it snowballs a little bit as you start working towards putting thoughts together into like cohesive chunks. The depth first search isn't iterating correctly. What do I do? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Thanks for stopping by. I process a lot of my thoughts by talking out loud, so that makes sense. Yeah. It's not just talking out loud too. It's also like writing things down. I find that if you need a bit more concrete foundation, writing things down, I find is a great way to do it because it really forces you to be like, wait, what was I thinking about? Let me find the actual words and put them down on paper. Oh, Shinri of the Koi Pond, what is your wisdom? Do not drink from standing water. Ever. Out there, like, it doesn't matter how clear it looks, don't drink from standing water. It is not good for you. Standing water, yeah. So standing water is like still water. Like if you walk across like a pond out there in the wilderness, like you're walking around and then you find a big pond. Even if it's completely clear, don't drink from it. Don't drink from it. Also, water filtration takes multiple steps. Make sure you always boil your water. If you have water purification tablets, use those. The very first thing you want to do is use like cloth or some kind of like charcoal filter to get rid of all the chunks. And then after you get rid of all the chunks and you have like clear water, then you want to purify that even more. A second step, because you're only getting rid of like the sediment with the first pass, and you're not getting rid of all the bacteria or the viruses or the, I don't know, like the brain-eating amoebas inside there. Even coffee filters are better than nothing. Coffee filters only work as far as removing sediment. They don't do anything about like the safety, the cleanliness of the water. Yeah. Brain-eating amoebas, yeah. I remember reading a lot about those. I actually thought that brain-eating amoebas were going to be a bigger problem than they were. But apparently there's like, if you go into, they're like an amoeba that goes up your nose, and then from your nose it goes like into your brain, and then it eats away at the brain matter. But I don't know. Letty Minion, hello, thank you so much for the super chat. Just got home from a night shift, sleeps to Shinri's water filter talk. Nice. I hope you get lots of rest. Lots of rest, lots of sleepy rest. There's a dating sim about that. New fear unlocked. This is why you don't drink from still water. and standing water. Also, don't dive into them. Like, there's nothing really like you can gain from diving into it, so just be careful. Don't worry, Amoeba, I have brain enough for the two of them. Have you been camping before? A couple of times. Not too often, though. I haven't had the chance to go camping, but I really enjoy it. Speaking of sleep, I haven't been getting sleep again. I don't know, chat. This last night, I went to bed, and then when did I go to bed? Like around 12:30 a.m. When I put out the waiting room for this, I tweeted it out. And then I'm just lying there trying to go to sleep, and I just cannot fall asleep. I'm not sure why. Hard to sleep, yeah. It's been weird. How do you have so much wisdom and close to 30 so then I feel dumb? I think that's no, it's not that I have wisdom. It's just that I make a lot of mistakes. And, and just remember all the mistakes that I made. Emily Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. Your teacher is showing but one of the many reasons I enjoy your streams. Pop, pop, pop. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Wisdom equals experience. Just gotta make a lot of mistakes. Make a lot of mistakes, make them often, make them early. Yeah. Do you have stuff on your mind, or is it just general insomnia? I think this is general insomnia. Like, whenever I'm sleeping down there, like, or whenever I'm lying down in bed, I don't think about anything. I just kind of sit there and just like, I just can't fall asleep. I don't know. Like, I'll feel physically tired, because I am physically tired. But I close my eyes and nothing happens for a while. You're learning from the mistakes of other people, so you don't need to do it again. Exactly. Taco, hello, Koiri. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Wishing you better sleep cycles these next few nights. Thank you. I think it may be because I've been like streaming a lot more. Maybe you should get it checked out. I've been thinking about that. I remember chat asking or mentioning like a sleep study, but I haven't really looked into that series at the moment. Son, thank you for the gift membership. Thank you. Go get some hearts for Son and the gift membership. Thank you. Then yeah, look, lady, do some exercise in the shower before sleeping. I might give that a shot. The difficult part is that if I exercise too much, I can't fall asleep because I have like the blood rushing through me. Meditation kind of helped me with it. I might try meditation, yeah. Biggest thing to me is that you'll be learning to be surprised at how much you missed if you aren't. Yeah. That, oh my gosh. Can I say that's also words? The brain-eating amoeba, at least cute. Oh, moeba. Thank you for the super chat, Tata. Thank you. Yes, very cute. I'm pretty sure you can make anything like super cute just by having like an anime, like the thing that Flayon keeps talking about, Gichikas. Meditation really helps clear your head before sleep. Wait. Before we get distracted, there's one thing I want to talk about, the learning thing. I find that it's very easy. It's very, very, very easy to end up falling into this kind of routine after you graduate. I think it happens, I've noticed it happening more often after you graduated from college, where people say, all right, I have learned all that I need to learn, and I don't need to learn anymore. And then what happens is their worldview, even just their brains, their mindset, it kind of gets trapped. It stops growing beyond then. And I notice that because the things they talk about kind of stop at a certain time. It's like they're stuck in 2010 or 2015. Like, you can kind of talk to them and then get a sense of like the things that they reference, the things that they talk about, allude to, the I guess like the comments about other people that they make. Like, there's a way that they talk, and I find that it's a very strange thing to notice when someone's like, when you're talking to your, like, I was talking to a couple of acquaintances from college, right? And we were talking about, what were we talking about? Just like hanging out and like doing things like as adults now. But then I realized that the conversations we've been having are kind of the same conversations we used to have back in college, which for me was like almost about a decade ago. And the thought was like, wait, it's 2023. What's going on here? Like, have things changed? Like, have you had new experiences? Have you been learning more and all that? But no, they say, you know, I don't want you to learn. I'm just doing things. I'm on autopilot, going through life, doing the same thing. And I don't know, it's a very strange thing to like step back and be like, wait a minute, they're still mentally stuck about a decade ago. And they haven't really moved on from that. I'm not sure why. Stagnating is a big part. It's a big no-no in water and in life, yeah. They get mentally or emotionally stuck at that point in time. Yeah. I'm not sure what causes that. Whether it's like I wonder if is it fulfilling some kind of a need? Is it is it protecting them from something? Who knows, you know? Is this why you have wanderlust? Maybe. It's not the fear of becoming stagnant. It's mostly that I'm curious. Okay, this is a little cheating. This is a little bit cheating, okay? But I use food as a way to drive me. I'm like very food motivated, but in the way that I want to go experience other cultures, learn more about other people by the types of food. I feel like it's a very good vessel for that curiosity. My Okoiri, thank you for joining the Collective. Welcome. And oh gosh, there's one thing that I wanted to ask. Like recipes. I saw this short from this guy. I think his username is the Sandwich Idiot. I think it's supposed to be a little bit like a silly like jab, a little poke at themselves. But they were talking about how food was such a interesting part of culture. And one example that they mentioned was in a recipe, for example. When they're making a sandwich, and the sandwich calls for cheese, but they don't specify what kind of cheese. What cheese do you think about? Because in certain cultures, when you say cheese generally, without specifying the type of cheese, the culture already has that kind of cheese in mind. They know because it's like the type of cheese that they always eat. Swiss cheese, cheddar, sliced, aged cheddar, right? Everyone has their own kind of idea of what cheese is. And when a recipe doesn't specify it, what do you usually fall back to? Something that you personally enjoy, or maybe something that your culture around you that enjoys, you know? And that got me thinking just how intricate and how detailed there are like stories about food that aren't spoken out loud, that aren't told, you know? Cheese is so different though, aren't they? Recipe isn't clear, it's just asking for trouble. That's the thing though. In that culture, in that world, they don't have to specify the cheese. Because for them, it's, you know, the cheese. Another thing was I was watching more of, what was it? That, oh gosh, I'm blanking out. It's like way too early in the morning. I'm blanking out. That one YouTube series of the guy who like cooks colonial food in America. Arkio, thank you so much for the super chat. Depends on the sandwich meat involved. Ooh, that too. What was it? Townsend's, yeah, that's the one. That guy. They were talking about recipes and just talking about like the type of bread. When you think about bread, when you think of the word bread, what kind of image does that raise up to you? What kind of image does it bring up in mind, right? I know for some people it's like white bread, other people it's sourdough or whole wheat. Maybe you want to get those like fancy buns that make banh mi with. Or maybe it's like a croissant, a baguette, right? Just saying bread makes so much. Okay, for me personally, there is one sandwich shop that I recently found out, and I say recently, within like the last year, that sells their sandwiches on this thing called Dutch Crunch. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, have you had Dutch Crunch? Like anything with Dutch Crunch, it's so good. It's so good. I love the when you bite into it, the hard shell of the bread and just the soft like insides. Oh my god, it's really good. It's called Dutch Crunch. That's what they call it. But I don't know what it is, so I just go off what the menu says. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what makes studying ancient texts so difficult, like how they use concrete to use seawater. Oh, they use seawater for concrete? But we use fresh water these days. Oh, interesting. Stop, I'm hungry. We call those teacher bread? Literal translation, tiger bread. Oh. They call it tiger bread in the Netherlands. That's so cool. That is so cool. I want some right now. But that's what I'm saying, Chad. When you mention things like bread, what does it go to? What does it immediately go to? What do your minds, what do you reach for? You know, what do you have in your pantry even, if you have bread in your pantry? Or let's say some people who refrigerate bread, right? But I don't know. This is why I love food, because food helps you understand a culture a bit more. It helps you figure out more of the type of experiences, what people had available to them during their lives. But yeah, Roman concrete also needs limestone for healing. Interesting. Limestone, ooh. The bread lore, ponder the bread. Like, okay, for example, like if another recipe calls for, say, chicken, right? Or like pork or beef, I don't know, like any kind of protein. How do you prepare it? What kind? What cut? Where does it come from? You know? How much of it? Because not every single recipe comes with exact ingredients, you know? You should be studying Okoiri. Thank you for the membership. Vietnam Banh literally means bread. In Vietnamese, 99% of the time, Vietnamese people will think of the short baguette used for banh mi. Yeah. But like, that's the kind of stuff I really like thinking about it, you know? Cultural and personal life history. Yeah. Hispanic people know what's up. Food comm was one of my favorite classes in college. That's so cool. I want to take a class about learning about food, like history, like food history, food cultures. I love that. Have you by chance watched Tasting History with Max Miller? I have not. I have heard a lot about it on the tweet, but I have not been able to go and check it out. I have 5 different recipes for teriyaki sauce. Every culture wants to wrap protein of veggies and bread. Oh, honestly, yeah. Vandermont, thank you for the super chat. When I think of bread, I think of Rolf from Ed, and he said, confess your sins to the stale and piece of white bread and smile. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my god, it's been forever since I've seen Ed and Eddie. 3rd postgraduate degree. Oh, I could not. Not anymore. Okay, so I can say a little bit about the last degree that I got. It was weird because like when I got it, there was a whole bunch of a lot of students there who were directly, what do we call them again? There's like a phrase that we call them where it's basically the type of students who grow up inside, or like inside academia. Let me try that again. It's a type of student who grows up inside academia. So they're born, they go through preschool, elementary, middle school, high school. Was that elementary before? I forget. One of the order, right? Middle school, high school, then undergraduate college, and then graduate college. And they don't take any years off. Instead, every single year, they're constantly progressing one step at a time. And they don't take like a break year. They don't go to for example, like a job or anything. And they just kind of go through the whole thing. Like they never had a job and only studied. Exactly. They've only been through academia. Isn't that normal? For some people it is. It's not the path that everyone goes through, but for some group of people it is. So what ended up happening was, for me, I was actually out. As you all know, I was a teacher for a couple of years before I went to get my degree. But when I did, it was weird because I was a little bit older than most of the other students there, because they had gone through the system just straight from middle school onwards right into the university. And when I was there, I was a couple of years out, so I was a little bit older than them, and I could already feel slight differences in the vibes, I guess. It was weird because they still treated the graduate program as if it were undergrad, Like they had gone through 4 years of undergrad, and they were like, yeah, we party every single day. We didn't have to focus or study too hard because it's undergrad, and the general classes are pretty easy to pass, and it only gets really difficult once you get into your junior and senior years when you specialize in your majors and minors. So they kind of treated it the same way. And for me, it was a very strange thought, because I had been out, I had been working for a couple of years at that point. When I came back, it just felt there was a little gap, even though it was a couple of years, not too much. It still felt a little bit off. It was harder for me to relate to them than it was, say, if I had also gone through academia and went straight to it. I'm having the opposite. I'm the youngest in my doctorate program, and everyone around me is way older with many kids and families. I'm still a baby gremlin. I suppose it is the other way. But the way that I went to, it was maybe, how is it? Roughly estimating it would probably be 70% students that just went through it, and about 30% were in my situation where we had already graduated, been in the workforce for a couple of years, and then come back. Yeah, the generational gap is weird. And now I am here at Guild Tempus, doing silly things. When I went back to college in my mid-20s, even a few years made such a difference, right? It's not too much. It's not drastic, but it still feels a little off. It still feels like a little bit of a barrier. This is kind of a small amount of friction when it comes to trying to relate to the people. Barely part-time jobs in SCA. It's study, then get a full-time job, right? A big jump. Study, exams, midterms, finals, exams, midterm, finals, then boom, real life job. I think going back to school as an older student is nice because you have a better perspective on school and where your place in life should be. I did feel that. I'll agree. When I went back to school, I felt that the fact that I was older definitely helped me stay out of drama, because there was quite a lot of drama. I stood there on the sidelines, eating popcorn. I was that guy who, everyone's like, oh, look, it's Shinri, he's older, he just pays attention and does his homework and everything. And I was on the sidelines, eating popcorn. We're like, oh, this is some good tea right here. Oh my gosh. They did what? They were roommates? No way. Things like that, It was, I never participated, but I have to admit that sometimes the tea was very juicy, very hot tea. And I could not help but eavesdrop every now and then, or ask some of the other more in-tune students, hey, by the way, what's going on with that, But no, for the most part, I stayed out and minded my own business. It's the best position to be in, right? Oh my gosh. Scalding tea. Relatable, not part of any drama, but love to hear about it. Yeah, I'll just stay back, on the sidelines and listen in. But no, when it comes to academics, having been out in the workforce definitely did give me a bit of a better perspective. I knew how to study. I knew how to focus my attention on things. If I had to study for an exam, I knew, oh, this is how Shinri studies. I know how I study. So it was really easy to kind of get back into the groove. But relating to the other students at times was a little bit challenging. Now we don't know if we should stay at home or not. The girl in the next room to mine was dating another guy on our floor, then got pregnant with the guy from the floor below. Oh my goodness. Always always use protection, please. Oh my gosh, that's an oof, big oof. My high school students are dropping tea left and right now. When you're the quiet one, they don't keep bothering you quiet around you, right? The thing was, I wasn't outwardly connected. So when you saw me walking around the streets, you wouldn't be like, oh, look, it's Shinri. He has like a whole bunch of connections. He's like the popular kid in town. Like everyone likes to talk to him. And I didn't have that because I usually kept to myself. And I think that made people feel safe enough to like gossip around me because like, oh, it's just Shinri, right? Like, who's he gonna talk to? He's not like gossiping all over the place. He doesn't have a Facebook account that's connected to the university and like talking here and there, leaving posts and messages. But I don't know, chat. I don't know. Some people have very loose lips. You're just the invisible person eavesdropping on everything. Exactly. You're not a threat. You don't register to people as like a threat of like, oh, if I talk about this thing out loud in front of them or around them and they hear me, then they're going to spread it out to other people, right? That doesn't register to them, so. Beware the quiet ones, yeah. Wish I had a gap year in my years to focus on my mental illness. Now it cares about my job. Upside, you get money for the treatment. Downside, oh, it disappeared. Downside, you get manhandled to your work. Oh no, I hope things are able to get better for you, Degree Pillow. Tea never stops flowing. Even if you leave one place, you'll always get a fresh batch. Kind of wish I could go back to my younger days and tell them it's okay not to be involved with drama. I live that life now and it's great. Can I be honest though? Sometimes I miss the drama. I miss just like being in the loop of the drama, but not being part of it, you know? It's like, Zenitania Okoiri, thank you for re-upping the membership. And being the invisible one is the best. Yeah, agree. I feel like the approach I have with drama is the same way that I approach children. I want to be the uncle. I want to take in the children and like for a weekend, you know, let's go take the children to the aquarium and just have fun there and give the parents, you know, a weekend to relax and just rest, right? But then at the end of the weekend, I just give them back. I'm done, you know, like I can just partake a little bit in it and just like experience the good parts of it. And then at the end of the day, my hands are clean, you know, like my hands aren't in that drama. I'm not involved in the drama, you know, I'm only there to just listen in and, you know, just be around it here and there and then give it away, you know, to have that no strings attached ability to disconnect yourself entirely. I love that. So no responsibility, all the fun. Exactly. Only the fun parts. Yeah. Like when the tea gets too hot, right? Then you can just be like, all right, I'm done. I'm out of here. You just, you know, raise your hands up, start slowly walking back, and it's no skin off your back, you know? See, Joe, thank you so much for this, the gifted memberships. Thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat for the gifted memberships? Thank you. Man. Oh, love to see the hearts. Be like, all right, I'm gonna head out. Peace. And then just blip out, right? Yeah, I wanted that auntie light too, but but I'm an only child and my husband's brother doesn't want kids either. It could be a good thing. Satanel, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Okoiri. I love my nieces and nephews, but I can't stand being with them for more than a weekend. Exactly. For me, it's too much responsibility right now. Okay, so let me think. If I had to, I'm looking at myself now. I'm like staring down to the ground, but I'm like looking up because I'm thinking and pondering right now. What would my life situation have to be that I would take care of children? I'm thinking, I really like my sleep though. I really, really like my sleep. I'm trying to think and I can't really... I really like sleep. I really like sleep. If a family member left you their child, I mean, if in emergencies, and of course I would, but I really like sleeping, that's the thing. Because if you have a child, it's like what? At least 3 years of like interrupted sleep before they're able to settle into a proper sleeping schedule, you know? Seishun, thank you for the super chat. I'm an auntie, one teenage niece and another now adult niece. It's better when they grow up and you get to hear their tea than give them back. Thank you for this super chat. Oh my goodness. The things that they won't tell their parents or won't reveal. Much more than 3 years? Much more. I could not imagine that. I could not imagine it. Children needs commitment and I'm not ready for that. Same. That's why I stopped being a teacher. I just could... The thought of settling down was a lot. Although I guess like settling down a career is a bit different than having a child. What about everything else after the first 3? Yeah, there's so much more afterwards, right? When I was an art teacher, I loved teaching my students, but those early mornings were killer. How did they do that? How did we used to do that? Papa and Mama's really sacrificed a lot for me. Yeah. Especially early on when you don't really have your consciousness, you're not online. You're just kind of, you know, like an animal baby. You're just crying and you want food and you want comfort and all that. So, wait, you were a teacher? I was a high school science teacher for a couple of years. It is an animal baby. At some point, like when you're not able to form cohesive thoughts and communicate, you're just kind of there. You're just kind of like crying and like rolling around and wanting attention and food and all that. Worked as a daycare attendant for 4 months for preschoolers. It was a handful, but the kids always like, "Aw, it's so sweet." Science teacher, yeah. I taught freshman earth sciences, which really was just rocks. It was mostly just rocks and like the water cycle. And then everything else was kind of like the nitty gritties about the rocks. So freshman earth science, sophomore biology, junior chemistry, and then senior AP environmental sciences. Those are the subjects that I taught. Fun fact, if you want to go teach, you have to, as a teacher, at least here, you have to take like an exam for each subject to show that you know how to teach it. It's kind of wild. Seijo, thank you for the super chat. I envy the students who you molded. You have a great way with words and your passion probably comes out in your lessons. I think I traumatized a few of my students a bit more than now. Okay, so in order to become a teacher, at least the program that I went through, in order to become a teacher, you have to be a student teacher first. And what that means is you take over one period, a single period in a class. It's not a full schedule, a single period, and you kind of do it as like a shadowing of a job. One of the teachers in, say, a department will give their class to you and say, hey, you know, you take over this one. And then they kind of like supervise you as you teach that one entire class on your own. And I found that so boring. I was so bored of it. Because like a lot of it was just, you know, you follow along the curriculum. And you have to teach to the curriculum. You have to teach to the classes and all that. And I was just bored out of my mind. And I just could not get, you know, any enthusiasm because I was worried, you know, like, oh, it's my first time student teaching. I have to get all these things done. I have to check those boxes and make sure my students get good grades on their exams, right? So that's what happened in my student teaching year. And I was like, no, not this again. We're not going to do this again when I become a full-time teacher. So when I became a full-time teacher, I decided I was going to gaslight myself into having a quirky phase. And this is a little bit cringe to think about, but I would watch Doctor Who. I would watch Doctor Who like all night before the day I would teach. and then try to channel that energy. And like I very distinctly remember one of my classes where I would run around the classroom and literally just bite rocks. Because I wanted to be that teacher who didn't, not the boring ones that stood in front and just pulled out a PowerPoint like, here's an igneous rock, here's a sedimentary rock, right? No, literally, I was like running around the classroom. I did the bow tie thing. Okay. I'm pretty sure I still have a collection of like random bow ties somewhere. I need to find it. It's been a long time, but I would do silly things, Like, the worst thing I did... Yo, this up for the rat that went wrong. Thank you for the super chat. Oh no, the name disappeared. Kimi, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, don't do this, okay? We had this one class in AP Environmental Science where we had to test the water quality, and for testing water quality we had all these little devices and like the pH strips, the nitrogen strips, all that. So basically like a little gauntlet of tests that we would have water with, right? So that's another year for the super chat. And I decided I'm going to be quirky today. So I ran around as my students were taking pH meter tests of the like the pond water that we were having, or like the total dissolved solids ones, and trying to find like the ions, like the amount of salts in there and everything. And I would run around, look at the numbers that they got on their things, and I would like dip my finger into the pond water and then taste it and be like, no, I think your numbers are wrong. It doesn't quite taste like that. Have you tried rechecking and calibrating the pH meter again? And then I would leave. It was really cringy, but like I decided to have that. That was my quirky teacher phase. You could thank you for the super chat. 40% teaching subject and 60% teaching life stuff, and then trivias. Yeah, thank you for the super. Do you wear a fez as well? No, I could not pull off a fez. I did not. My head was too big. It did not fit a fez. Rose River, Okoidi, sounds like you're the best teacher ever. No, I cringe a little bit thinking back about it. Oh, it was weird. But Jay, thank you for the super chat, fellow Hoovian. Yeah. Why'd you actually sound like my old science teacher? It's like all of them were like that. I think at some point there's like a collective like mind break moment for science teachers, especially the science teachers who teach geology. Like there's a moment where it's like rocks, yeah, and then they just kind of go whole ham into the rocks thing, Is that why you said not to drink stagnant water? No, that's actually completely separate. I did not think it would come to this topic, but I had that quirky teacher phase. It was weird. They make rock bands. The puns. Yeah, when you show off the metamorphic rocks, and you explain how metamorphic rocks have those bands because of the pressure and the heat underground and how it stretches the rocks. Like, nice. Any thoughts about going back? To be honest, you're my English teacher now. Thank you. Do you know rock puns? No, not that many anymore. Not that you. But yeah, I used the quirky science teacher phase. It was weird. Former student. When I was in high school, I had a teacher who would bite rocks and taste pond water. It was probably a serial killer. Just be like, hey, do you guys remember Mr. Josuiji? What do you think he's doing now? Like, is he still out there licking rocks? What's he doing? Thank you for the super chat. He's a cryptid now. Last spotted in Japan ordering fried chicken at 2 a.m. drunkenly attacking multiple different konbinis at each night and never being spotted the same one again, right? I don't know. He was under a rock for a while. No, not the rock buns. now owns a koi pond. Legend has it, he's out there tasting all the rocks he can. And honestly though, like I wouldn't just like grab random rocks from the ground and just lick them. I would actually prepare, which I don't know if it makes it better or not. Roxy's thinking with the super chat, I got bitten by my Oshi experience. Thank you for the super chat, thank you. Mander, thank you for the super chat. Will you ever do just a science stream? Maybe? I would have to get that check with manager. I would like to. It'd be really cool if I could like pull out one of my old lesson plans and then just, I don't know, assign homework for everyone. Did you know there's a floating rock on water? Who is there? I'm not aware of that one. Science ASMR. You say the wildest things and don't elaborate. Okay. Rock tasting stream when... Rock tasting stream hand cam question mark? Where to find rocks? Amazon question mark? There we go. I don't, where would you find those rock collections anymore? I don't know. I know they have displays. I remember there's like a display that you would get about, I think like 50 rocks, and it's like 20 different sedimentary rocks, and then like 30 igneous and metamorphic rocks and all that. But those are very expensive, and they're small little samples. I don't know where you would get like the actual big chunks of rocks though. Rocks of the original loot box. Just eat those chocolate chip rocks out. That'd be cute. A bow tie acid for science lessons. Oh my gosh. In Japan, there's a rock museum. It shines brighter than my future. Oof, relatable. But a rock museum. I want to go to a rock museum. Rock unboxing and tasting stream. Oh my goodness. While you are doing MRE tasting streams, I am doing rock tasting streams. We are not the same. Okay, I'll think about this. Which congrats on the career upgrade from licking rocks to licking Switch cartridge. Thank you. Maybe do a collab. Is a SMM2 science YouTuber that's fairly popular. I'm not sure about. I don't know how to ask Match about collabs with people outside of Tempus. I still feel like I want to get myself established a bit more. Izaru, hello. Thank you for re-upping the membership. What is with science teachers and their quirkiness? As for me, I am crazy over deriving physics equations. And Mio, Okoidi, thank you so much for re-upping the membership. Dia, thank you for the super chat. For what it's worth, I used to wear bow tie, suspenders, a tweed jacket when I used to teach. I feel you. I think, yeah. Honestly, though, it's not a bad outfit. It's not a. It's a good outfit. It's a pretty good outfit for teaching. And thank you for the super chat, Dia. Okay, chat. I have to be honest. All right, chat. Look at me. Look at my face. Here, hang on. Let me get closer. Look at his face, right? When I was a teacher, it would be very easy for me, if I dressed casually, it would be very easy for me to be mistaken as a student. It would be very, very... Hello, thank you so much for re-upping the membership, Okwadi. It'd be very easy for me to get, because I was a bit younger, and like if I'm clean shaven, I would be mistaken very easily for another student, which is kind of why I think I had like convinced myself that the bow tie and the blazer thing was a good idea, because not only would it help separate me from children, with the other students, but it would also be like, oh, you know, like, oh, it's Mr. Josuiji, the teacher, you know. So yeah, this is why I keep that little bit of stubble right there, just a little bit. And I don't shave it off because if I do, it becomes, I get, I look very small. Babyface Shinri. Babyface Shinri sounds like a mafia name. When I was in high school, I was mistaken for an adult, and now I'm in my 30s. I'm mistaken for a student. 20 forever. Let's go. Honestly, take that. Take that. It's a win. Just Alice, thank you for the super chat. I feel that I was a volleyball coach and going to meetings with other coaches, they thought I was a player at first. Right? We have to dress up differently to make it very clear that no, we are actually part of staff. We are student, or we're not students. We are like teachers, you know. Baby face Ronan. This is why I have the hat to cover my face so that no one sees it. I'm 30 and I still look like in high school. I still get carded every single day. Like whenever I go to buy beer or alcohol, I still get carded. Denzaj, thank you for the super chat. Wouldn't you also taste rock of salt? Also, the J in my name is like the J in Jagger. I'm sorry, it does not help me. Oh no. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Rock of salt. I think you can. I just have not had I've not licked rock salt before. I got carded the other day. Yeah, I still get carded. Should have gone to the classroom and yelled, "How do you do, fellow kids?" Okay. That reminds me of a time when I had to sub in for someone in 5th period. So, okay, the way that I would teach, my periods were 1, 2, 3, and 6. So I was lucky enough to have like a pretty long quote lunchtime, because 4th period and then lunch and then 5th period. But I had 1, 2, 3, 6 was my science schedule, right? And I had to sub for someone in 5th period. And what I did was I went and like I got like hair wax and then like waxed my hair in the teacher bathrooms, and then I took my blazer off and I had like a regular t-shirt underneath it, and I hid in the classroom just in some random seat that was not taken, and no one noticed me. Like none of the other students noticed me. I'm pretty sure it was because I didn't teach like that group of kids. But I just sat there in the class, like in the chairs that I knew wasn't taken. And then all the students walked in and there was no teacher there. And they were like, "What's going on? Like, where's the teacher? Like, I thought they were going to get a substitute. What?" And I like blended in as that student in the back of the classroom was really quiet. So yeah, that's Mr. Josuiji in incognito mode. But yeah, so that's how easy it was for me to blend in there. Yeah. Also, the class was not very exciting. I like about 5 minutes in, when the students got really confused, I got up and I was like, "Oh, by the way, hi. I'm your substitute teacher for this period. Mr. So-and-so wanted me to show you this video and we're gonna watch it." That was it. We just watched one of those like old school timey videos for the whole period. Imagine their shock. I could not imagine, especially this like the 4 students that were like sitting right around me. They would be like, "Oh my god, that was an actual teacher. What? No way." That's my superpower, chat. I get to be invisible because I like blend in with the population. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Oh man, I remember that. No, I wish it was Bill Nye. It was some... What was it? Something like a British broadcasting channel. I don't know. It was a British science episode. I forget what it was though. It's the meme where I'm standing in the corner. They don't know I'm a science or substitute teacher thing, right? Amogus. Oh my god. BBC. Yeah, I think it was BBC. Something like that. It's been a long time, chat. It's been like, how many years has it been? Almost a decade now. Yeah, it's been a long time ago. Opens Philomena Kunk. I wish we had Philomena Kunk during our school. Like, so good. Oh, I love Filipino kung stuff. They just how the writing, the delivery. Oh, it's so good. Legend has it he still blends into your class, right? Adrian, thank you so much for the re-upping the membership. Okoedi, Shinri was the imposter. Imagine if some of your former students watch your streams now, they're in the prime age target. Maybe. Philomena Kunk. C-U-N-K. Also, hello, Hakka. Good to see you. I don't know. I don't think any of my students would recognize me. Especially not here. I'm not sure if they're the type that would watch VTubers. Maybe there's like one or two in the class who do. Hi, I love you. Love you too, Hakka. Hope you're having a good day. I know you are very busy because you're planning for your birthday happening this Friday. A full weekend chock full of amazing events. Shinri, I was your student. No. Don't tell them about my weird quirky teacher face. No. But I hope you're having a good one, Hakka. Man. I don't know, chat. I don't know. My geology teacher as a VTuber sounds like a good manga title. Oh my god. That would actually be... That might actually work. My science teacher is secretly a VTuber, and it follows a story from the point of view of the students. The student has like an Oshi, right? And then they're watching the Oshi and like, wait a minute, my Oshi sounds very similar to my science teacher. And then he used to slap our hands with the ruler when we breathed too hard. No physical violence or punishment here. There's a manga called My Dad is a VTuber. Really? I want to see. I'm gonna probably read it, and then there'll be like a moment where the dad's like, "Oh, my back," and I'll be like, "Oh, relatable." #relatable mood. I can't believe my VTuber Oshi is my high school science teacher. Read it, it's so good. Ayo, that sounds sick. Hang on. My dad is a VTuber manga. Oh my god, it's real. My dad's the queen of all VTubers, ? Oh wait, I know, there's a special name. There's a special name for question marks and exclamation marks. Together, it's called an interrobang. Arkeo, thank you for the super chat. Specifically, my dad is the VTuber queen. Ooh. Yeah, it's there's an emote. It's called interrobang. It's like there's an emote. There's a specific emote for it. Yeah, that's the one. Verdandi, that's the one. Yeah, it's the exclamation mark and then the question mark at the same time. Interrobang. It's like, I don't know where that comes from. I figure that the interro part comes from interrogatory, or like interrogatory, where it's like asking a question, and then the bang part is just like a silliness for the exclamation mark. But it's called the interrobang. It's really fun to use. It's my favorite emoji. Like when you say something and then in Discord you say something weird or completely out of left field, and then people start reacting with the interrobang emoji. They're just like, what? Excuse me, what did you say? I never knew that, and I got an English degree. I don't think it's important enough for an English degree, so I wouldn't be like surprised you didn't learn about it. I only found out about it because I was looking at different symbols. I think Yotsubato was the manga. The one, the little girl with like the hair, the green hair, and like the single dad. The way that the English version was translated was Yotsuba and it used the ampersand signal or symbol. And I was like, wait a minute, that symbol, the squiggly symbol, is called an ampersand? What? So I went on like a little dive into a variety of different symbols and what they were called. Minjus, yeah, that's the one. Apparently that one is called the ampersand. I don't know what, like, where did that come from? Why is that called the ampersand? Ampersand, yeah, that's the one. So that was what was translated. It was Yotsuba and. But the English title of Yotsuba and was weird and awkward. So they used the symbol ampersand. And per se, and? Oh, is that what it stands for? Interesting. Tittle is a little dot above the lowercase I. Right, they have little names that are just really interesting. I'm today years old for real when I found out about this. Ellipsis is the 3 dots. Yeah. Oh my god. Speaking of ellipses, this is a thing I noticed, but like old people talk a lot in ellipses. It's weird. I don't like it. Too many people talk in old ellipses. In text messages, instead of using spaces, commas, or periods, like punctuation, they'll use ellipses. And it's, I don't know, it's very, oh no, I do that. Right? It's the pause. It's the weird pause. And it's so strange. Ellipses, the way to seem chuny. It's very odd. It's used to indicate a pause. But the weird thing about it is, I think it's because there's like a difference between like the conversational or colloquial language that you speak versus the language that you type. Older generation people end up typing the same way that they speak. And they end up using the ellipses to add in those pauses, the same way that you would naturally pause during regular speech, or something like that. That was one of the explanations I was told. I guess they just do this instead of spaces. Right? That's what they do. Are you calling me old? No, I'm not saying anyone's old. I'm just saying this is a thing that older generations have a pattern of doing. It's clear that using commas as a pause, I make the mistake often. Yeah, that's true. I'm actually pretty guilty of using commas. I use a lot of commas, excessive amounts of commas. Wait, hold up. Do I have a message? Wait, I have a Discord DM that I sent out to one of my friends. Where was it? It was a while back, like a couple of days ago. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 commas. Lol, okay, that's fair. They do smell funny, but yeah, go get that money. And I had 5 commas in that sentence. The sentence is, lol, okay, that's fair. They do smell funny, but yeah, go get that money. And I have 5 commas in that sentence. I know exactly where they are too, right? You can hear the sentence, and then you know exactly where every single one of those commas go. I'm very guilty of using so many lol, comma, okay, comma, that's fair, comma, right? They smell funny, comma, but, comma, yeah, comma, go get that money. It's very obvious places where the commas end up in, right? You can pry the Oxford comma from my cold dead hands. I excessively use the Oxford comma. Okay, here's the thing though. I'm pretty sure there are no situations where the Oxford comma is bad. It's always better to have an Oxford comma than it is not to have an Oxford comma. You know? It's just Oxford comma gang, yeah, always. LMAO, but with a comma after each letter. No. Alright, better to punctuate than not at all. Okay, so here's the thing. When you say things like, when you don't have the Oxford comma, it's possible the ambiguity arises where you're able to combine the two last things. I need like a list, like apples, oranges, cherries, and bananas, right? You can interpret it if you don't have the Oxford comma, it's apples. Oh gosh, I completely forgot, right? But like, it's A, B, C, and D, right? You can count those individually if you have the Oxford comma as A individually, B individually, C individually, and D individually. But if you don't have the Oxford comma, it's A, B, and then you have an ambiguity. It's either C and D together or C and D individually. Therefore, it is better to use the Oxford comma more often than not because you get rid of that ambiguity, You don't know how happy it makes me that we're talking about the Oxford comma on stream. I remember there was like, thank you for the super chat, CJ Krugs. I remember there was a court case involving workers, and in the job description, there was no Oxford comma. Or no, there was an Oxford comma. And it was like jobs included like doing A, B, C, and D. But then like, I forget, there either was or was not an Oxford comma. But it was because of the comma that the case turned out one way or the other. And then the workers argued like, oh yeah, because it's intended to be separate jobs. We're not supposed to do all of them together. They're supposed to be separate or something like that. But yeah, the Oxford comma came in clutch. Wait, let me see if I can remember this one. Oxford comma lawsuit. Oh my gosh. Wait, make sure this does not play sound. Mute the tab. An absent Oxford comma will cost a main dairy company $5 million. That was a lawsuit, a $5 million lawsuit over a missing Oxford comma. So yeah, it can be very intense. So this is why I always use it. Let me see the thing. Okay, the article says, the sentence at the heart of the case referred to the overtime law, whom it doesn't apply to. It says, the canning, processing, preserving, freezing, drying, marketing, storing, packing for shipment and distribution thereof of produce, meat and fish products, perishable foods. And then the disagreement came from the lack of a comma after the word shipment. And the lack of a comma behind the word shipment apparently is what caused the lawsuit. And then the workers won $5 million because of that. Can I still submit to Tempest Tales if I don't use an Oxford comma? Of course. But we will have very big ambiguity. We won't know what you're actually trying to tell us because the lack of an Oxford comma will make things very confusing. Thank you for the super chat, Adrian. Let's eat grandma versus let's eat grandma. The difference in the comma makes it scary. Right? Let's eat, comma, grandma is good. It's like, hey, grandma, let's go eat. But when you say, let's eat grandma with no comma, then things have turned, Then we need to start getting a bigger pot. Infiraya, hello, Okoiri. I used to not like Zatsu streams due to my short attention span, but your talks are keeping me interested. Thank you so much, Pops. Thank you. Thank you for re-upping the membership. Depends on which grandma, though. Last in English as a second language. Oh no, it is very difficult. But yeah, the best way I would explain it is if you have a list, always put a comma after the last object before the and. Random Shinri ramblings. I wish I had like a proper topic, but I don't know. I find it more fun to just kind of like jump from random topics left and right. Let's eat grandpa, right? When missing comma turns your romance visual novel into a horror visual novel. I can't. Okay, Wait, hold on. Wait, that's actually a really cool thing. Now that I think about it. Imagine a visual novel where the narrator's lack of an Oxford comma suddenly changes the tone of the story, like the plot. Like Cooking Companions. So yeah, here's the thing, like for Cooking Companions, it's obvious that Cooking Companions is going to be about cooking companions, right? You're not like, it's not cooking with companions, it's cooking companions, right? But there'll be a sentence where they'll intentionally leave out a comma, and then suddenly the vibes change, and they were like, haha, let's go eat grandma, right? And it's like, wait a minute. The player will be like, wait a minute, shouldn't there be a comma afterwards? And then all the characters will adjust to that little typo there, the lack of a comma, and they'll all change a little bit and be like, whoa, what's going on here? And then like everything's just really happy, you know? Today we'll be cooking companions. Exactly. The little plot twist. I think that'd be really great. That'd be really cool. Oh my gosh. Like it's like a grammar-based visual novel, but because of certain types of use or lack of or use or the omission of certain punctuation, the story changes. So it can go from really lighthearted comedy to suddenly going into a horror, and then the appropriate graphics will change, the background music and everything like that, right? The narrator would be active then, yeah. The D&D would give the game master very confusing to the players. It's true. You'd have to find a way to do it very carefully to like ease them into the fact that certain typos will change the way that the story ends up or results in, you know? There's a cooking channel on YouTube called Cooking with a Dog. Oh, dun dun dun. Who knows what that means? Cooking with dog as in cooking with pet dog, or cooking with dog as ingredient. I've not actually seen it though. I think that'd be really cool. The ambiguity, you know? There are magic systems where language and grammar affects the world. Ooh. V, thank you so much for the super chat. Or the re-upping membership. Okoidi. Fun fact, journalism does not use the Oxford comma due to the AP style not using it. I think the AP style is dumb. I said it. Sandy, thank you for the super chat. They start to emphasize or not. Then they start to emphasize or not emphasize certain words. Exactly. Is that my hot take? The very first hot take I've ever had is that the AP style is dumb. Give Flayon voice acting scripts with and without punctuation and see what story he ends up reading. That'd be amazing. That would be amazing. I do have to say that Flayon is actually very meticulous and very, very, he has very high standards for the scripts that he agrees to voice. And I worry that if I gave Flayon a script with and without commas, he would be very, very, like, what would be the word? Very critical of it. Sky Shield to give it a super chat. I have a series with hidden lore you should check out. And Hello Senpais, I played it in the past. I'm on observation duty. Highly recommend. Ooh, interesting. Thank you for the recommendation and the super chat. 030 Okoidi, thank you for re-upping the membership. He'd explode. Tell him it's for the bit. Send something even casual. I worry it's too casual. Something like that, right? Yeah. Critique all. Oh my gosh. No, not the buttons. Observation duty. I've only seen other streamers play observation duty. I've not played it myself. Is it the way that I've been or like the gameplay that I've gathered about I'm on observation duty is mostly just what was it? It's like the storybooks, you know, where like, oh, can you find the differences in these two pictures? Like I used to have those like, books where you like circle things and then spot the difference. Yeah, find the changes, right? What you basically say is spot the difference. Yeah, spot the difference, but in video game format. Also spooky. What about an English learning stream? I'm not sure if I'm okay with that. I don't know if I'm confident in my own English skills to do that. My boss wants me to learn how to type more casual emails. I'm too clinical and formal at times. A lot of tone. Gotta work on that. But no, I have difficulty with English myself, so I don't know. I would worry that like I give people the wrong information. Spot the difference. The horror game. Is it scary, or is it just startling? I wonder if it's startling or scary, because what I was thinking was I wanted to have a Zatsu game, but not like a Zatsu game, but more like a interview game. You know? Okay, for example, Axel has what was it called again? The meat cooking simulator, where the meat grilling simulator game, where all he does is grill meat and eat it, and then he just has a time just like talking, right? Like he invited Vesper once, and then he invited Bagdi last time. Yakiniku simulator, yeah, Yakiniku simulator, where it's just kind of like just grilling food and having something in the background and eating it, and then just chatting, right? I want that, but for my style. I want like a horror game where it's not too invested or too like exposition heavy. And I'm wondering if I could use, I'm on observation duty for that. Like invite one of the boys on for a chat, and we'll have a casual chat while playing Spot the Difference, but it's spooky time, you know? I wonder. I want to see if we have perms for that. I'm pretty sure we do have perms for that. Hang on, let me go look it up. Where is my folder? My folder is here. Control F. Observation. We do have perms. Observation duty 1, 3, 4, and 5, not 2. Because 2 has a mature scene that might cause your YouTube channel strikes. Okay, so we have perms for 1, 3, 4, and 5, but not 2. Rock simulator? Ooh. Would recommend you Dredge because it's technically a fishing simulator, except it's spoopy and lore heavy. I want to play Dredge. I need to find time. Chat, I don't have time. I can't fit. Okay. I think after we finish these 3 okay, wait, let's step back real quick. Resident Evil 4, Night in the Woods, A Space for the Unbound, and yeah, I think it's those 3 right now, are a lot. They're very, very chunky games. Very chunky. I want to see if we can get it down to less chunkier games, because I've been stuck on these games for a while. I have not been able to finish them in a long time. So I want to get through these games, but I don't know, maybe we'll focus on like very short games. It's kind of why I added in these individual indie games that are able to be finished in 2 hours, like one and done. I really want to do more of that. Like one-shot streams, yeah. I want to start doing more one-shot streams, and as opposed to these really long streams. Rock Simulator is super engaging if you got 20 or 30 millennia to observe the plot. Yeah. I want to do shorter games because they're like little bite-sized pieces of horror, and I just really enjoy them. Also, they're usually indie games, and I want to give like indie developers a little shout out. It's really fun. If you got time manipulation powers, would you use it to play more games? No, because my time manipulation powers would be a self-centered power, and I wouldn't be able to increase the amount of time that everyone else got. So, for example, just because I stream multiple games doesn't mean that you'll be able to watch multiple games, because some of you will be able to watch it live, but then others will have, say, like, need to go to sleep, or maybe they have an exam coming up that they have to study for, and they end up becoming VOD gay. So Like, the worry there would be like I would start producing like 20 hours of content in a single day in like an 8-hour span, but now you have to get caught up with the extra 12 hours that does not fit into like a normal person's time. Shouldn't we do everyone's work for them so they have more time to watch the streams? Use the extra time to sleep or eat. I would sleep 100%. He streams more than I have time to watch, something like that. Yeah, time manipulation powers allow everyone to watch the streams live. I don't know how that would work though. It'd be very difficult. Like, if I could create, say for example, 3 hours worth of content in 1 hour, everyone else traveling at the same pace, everyone else who is traveling through time at the same rate as, say, the rest of the planet, would not be able to consume it. There just would not be enough hours, unless you watch the video at like 100% speed or 200% speed. Are you more of a morning or a night person? I'm pretty sure I'm a night person. I get more active in the evening times. But I don't know. The reason why I wake up in the mornings to do these Zatsus is I want to get myself up in the mornings. Oh, hello. Thank you for joining the collective. I see the silver koi badge. Thank you so much for reaping the membership. Welcome back. Shinri streaming from the dark hour. Ooh. If he likes Power Watch Sim, maybe you would love the House Flipper. I want to chat. There's just not enough time. Honestly, I'm blessed that my work is lenient and I can watch streams while I work, so I can catch up on streams with no issue. Nice. It's really nice. I have a friend who recently got a job and they were like, no, my job blocked YouTube and Twitch. I can't watch streamers now. And I feel really bad for them because they like their network, their IT department is on top of it. They actually do the proper job and go and block all those websites. The suffering, no. Yeah. I have you on in the background while I work with clients. Good background noise. Ah, thank you. I should be working, but I watch your streams instead. Time to quit the job, right? Time to move. Gotta find someplace else. Watching it work right now. Nice. Is it time for a VPN sponsorship? My work doesn't allow phone use on duty. No. That's unfortunate. No YouTube tutorials anymore. Yeah. Chad, I really do want to play more, but at the same time, I worry. The thing is, I need to find a good balance. I really have to find a good balance. Between the number of game streams that I do and the number of Zatsudans that I do and like other streams, I really need to find a good balance. I worry a little bit that I have been focusing too much on game streams, and I want to see if I can change that up a little bit to do more Zatsus. But then the problem is I'm actually running out of content. I don't know what to talk about anymore. I always run the risk of coming across and be like, all right, I've already told these stories. I'm ending up repeating myself now, and I need to like put down a list. I know Bettel has like a little notebook that he writes down in. Rocks. Yeah, I'll have to find out where the rocks are first. And I want to watch more collabs with Unhinged Shinri. Unhinged Shinri. That would be... I think that only really happens like super late at night. Super late at night. You can talk about hot ghost entities. Okay, but chat, really, why were they so pretty? Why were they so pretty? I just can't. I can't handle it. They were just so pretty. Teacher Shinri is pretty unhinged. A monster ghost tier list. I wouldn't know where to find the art though. That's the thing. I'll have to pick art that's commercial use, free to use, like stock images. But then the stock images wouldn't be the same, If evil, why hard? Why hot? If dangerous, why cute? Draw the art yourself. I'm not that good at art though. I would not be able to do them justice. The prettier the face is, the more easier it is to lure people. That might be it. That might actually be it. That actually explains it quite a lot there. It just becomes paranormal kiss, marry, kill. No. Oh my gosh. Maybe. I'll think about it. Ask for fan art. I would have to double check. I did end up actually looking at some fan art of Dread Out. I think they really took the tall Quinti-chan and just ran with it. So there's a lot of fan art there involving tall Quinti-chan. Ghost girls are paranormal anglerfish. Paranormal anglerfish. Oh my gosh, that's such a good way to put it though. Insert photo of Shinri circa 1560s in a galleon getting lured by sirens. I'm not even kidding here. There's nothing I can hide. You know, I would 100% volunteer for that. 100%. I would be the guy that'd be like, all right, tie me up against the ship's mast, tie me up against the big like pole thing, and leave me out with the like no earphones, ear muffler. What are those called again? Oh no, the things that you stick in your ears to like hide the sound. Those things, right? I would listen. I want to listen. Earplugs. There we go. Yeah, that's what I would want. I'm curious, Chad. I'm really curious. I would not say. I don't want to use the word thing. I don't want to use the word thing, but people's voices. I don't know. There are people who have really, really nice voices, and it's really nice to listen to their voices. So if I could hear singing, like, oh my gosh. Curiosity killed the koi, but satisfaction brought back the dragon. Churches and respects, thank you for the super chat. Fun fact, sirens were actually bird women, not fish. Bird women. Bird women. We need to update some of the fan art then. Discovers which country has the cutest cryptids. They all have their own charms, you know? I think they all have their own charms. I'm curious to know. I want to know what bird women look like now. Give bird legs. The original sirens in Greek mythology were really birds? Oh, harpies. Oh, interesting. Wait, are they the harpies with the arms attached to the wings? Like they don't have like individual arms, but their arms are wings, or harpies as in like they have wings in the back? Because there's a lot of different ways that you can draw like a harpy, or like the design of a harpy, you know? Human face, hair, chest, rest is bird usually. The rest is bird? Now I'm imagining, Chad, did you all see Flayon's the horse dating app thing? I forget. What was it called? Where it was a horse, but literally with just a human face on it. That's what I'm imagining now. I'm imagining just a bird, but with like a literal human face on it. It's just that. My glorious horse prince, horse dating, horse ultimate. Yeah, but when you say it's a bird with a human head, that's what I'm imagining. It's just the human face on top of a bird body. Oh man, that thing haunts me. Would you consider Zatsus about different mythological creatures like yokai? Oh, that'd be fun. I'm not too experienced in yokai. I would love to learn more about them though. Harpies and sirens are different. Harpy birds with booba, sometimes two sets. Sirens are bird with woman's head and torso. The rest is bird. Woman's head and torso. So like from the rib cage up? I'm not sure what torso is. What does the torso mean? Siren from Devilman is a good example. Let me check it out. I want to go look that up. Siren from Devilman is a good example. Oh. Honestly though, this one, well, her wings are on her head. I thought they were on the arms. Interesting. I really like that. Man. I think I already mentioned this, but I think head wings are really cool. Head wings, yeah, I think head wings are really cool. But I'm personally, for me, I like the smaller head wings. Not like massive head wings like that. Like I don't know if it would make sense to have such huge wings on your head, because the amount of energy it would take to thrust by like flapping your wings, I would worry about the integrity of your neck, because it's a lot easier to flap and lift your head up than it is to flap your head wings and lift your body up. And the weak point would be your neck. So I feel like if you wanted to fly, the wings would have to be on your back or against your like center of mass is like where the wings would have to be. Like, how would the muscles work? Exactly, right? I don't think the back of your head would have enough space to contain strong muscles enough that you would want to be able to contract and flap, right? Little head wings are cute, exactly. Or like a helicopter propeller just spinning there. Tiny head wings, yeah, I still think tiny head wings are really cute. Torso or pelvis, yeah, somewhere around the center of mass. It'd be a lot easier to fly when you have wings lifting you at the, if you took all your mass and averaged out where the center would be, like around there would be where your wings are. The science of mythological creatures stream, when with my very limited knowledge of biology now, after like a decade of not teaching biology. Google siren, Greek sirens. Thank you for the super chat. Church and respects, thank you. What is this one? Yeah, okay, it's literally just a bird, but with like a person's head on it. Well, that's actually kind of terrifying. Well, no, it's not terrifying. It's scary only because the sculpture itself falls into uncanny valley. The concept is actually kind of alright. I don't, not too many thoughts, but no, I can see that. I can see it. Different varieties of myths and interpretations. I would, you know what? I'm gonna write that down just in case. Maybe. The quote science of mythological creatures. I don't know if I would do it as like an educational stream, because I don't remember enough. I remember like the basics of it, but we'll have to see. Like science of mythological creatures. Like chat, did you guys know little headwings? Melia antiqua? What is that? Thank you for the super chat, Wings of Hope. Thank you. Did you know, chat? Ooh, wait, what is this? From Xenoblade. Ah, cute. Yeah, head wings like that. Exactly. Head wings. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Like, Chad, did you guys know there is like very specific shaped flowers for certain types of birds, specifically hummingbirds, where the flowers are curved in a way that regular hummingbirds with straight, sharp beaks cannot actually drink the nectar from it. The only type of hummingbird that can get to it are these hummingbirds where their beaks curve downwards, and what they do is they fly up to the flower, they lift up the little petals, and then they poke in their beaks into the curve, and it fits the curve of the flower petal, the flower itself very perfectly. And the really cool thing about it is, because of the close proximity their head has to be in with the flower, when they stick in their beaks, the top of their head gets sprinkled with a little bit of pollen. It's really cute. And then they carry around with them like this little crown of pollen on their heads, because what they do is they stick their head inside the flower to drink it, right? So when they go to another flower and they go ahead and drink it, they pollinate they pollinate those flowers from different plants. And And yeah, it's only bird that can be bullied off a flower by a butterfly. It's the flower itself, the plant, and the hummingbird are the only two that can work together. There's no other animal that can like pollinate those two, because it's just, you can't reach the nectar without that specifically shaped bird beak. But yeah, it's less cute when you think about what pollen really is. It's just pollen. Did the bird evolve with that, or did the flower? In a way, they both evolved together, but we're talking about like a very, very long time frames, time scales. Evolution is weird. Evolution is wild. It takes a long time. It's kind of crazy. But over like many, like tens of thousands of hundreds of thousands of years, things can do that. It's like how certain birds, their beaks are designed to eat different types of things. Like birds with smaller beaks usually eat nuts and seeds, but then you have like birds that have bigger, heavier beaks that crack open thicker nuts. Some stick to, say, insects, which are a lot more softer than nuts are, and they are, there's a huge variety. Or strawberry, yeah. Some weird species of crows eat strawberries. It's really cool, Chad. It's really cool. Getting flashback to Madney's stick bug stream, right? Get stick bugged. When Madney did the bit about not believing in evolution, it gave you a heart. It made the inner teacher, the science teacher in my heart, start having problems. I'm like, oh no, not this right now. Strawberry? Question mark? I love it. It's so cute. The little combo is really adorable. I was stressed too, for real. Almost got an aneurysm. Yeah. I usually don't talk in chat that often. Yeah, get in VC1. I was like, no, we need to figure this thing out right now. I was genuinely worried because I couldn't tell. Give me just a moment. I'm gonna pour myself some more coffee real quick. There we go. More coffee. The coffee's cold, unfortunately. Shinri, would you find Nang Tani attractive? She's a ghost spirit who dwells in a wild banana tree. A wild banana tree? Dwells in a wild banana... What? What's she doing in a banana tree? Nang Tani? Okay, let me see. Oh my god, she's cute. I don't know what the spirit is. Banana trees? They really like bananas? But what do they do? What? Needs potassium? The outfit is adorable. I really like the dress. It's really pretty. Spirit lady. But what does she do? I don't know what she does. Does she, like, harvest bananas or something? Steal your bananas? What? Please also look for Mananangal. Okay, let me look for that one. A gentle spirit? Aww, like the guardian, banana guardian. Here, I am here to give you a wonderful, bountiful harvest. Ooh, this one. It looks very similar. It looks like the torso, and then like the entrails are floating down. Ooh. Okay, I have a question about this one. The Mananangal? I have a question. Is she ticklish? Like when she separates and flies around, but like the lower half is there. Like if you find, can you like tickle her feet? Like does a sensation go through, you know? Like is she ticklish? Like it's gotta be, right? Like in was it in Palmolive when we played that and we found the Layak fight, right? The head floated off, right? But the body was like, it was still vulnerable, you know? And the way that you killed it was to stab it with the Chris. You stab it, right? Because like that's how you prevent it from ever returning. So, you know, in a similar vein, if the Manananga is floating around, can you tickle? The lore is if you put garlic on the lower half, she'd be dead. Like on the attachment points? Where on the lower half? Sprinkling salt on the lower half? Like a snail? The common way to kill a manananggal is to sprinkle salt on the lower half, so maybe they can't feel ticklish. Maybe like on her feet, like around, like in a circle around it, or like do you just sprinkle it onto like where the torso and legs would connect? Oh, garlic and salt. Are you ready to cook her? It sounds like recipes, ingredients for cooking instead of maybe some paprika as well. Salt stops her from reconnecting. We don't know, but to defeat her, you have to pour salt on her lower body. Wait, okay, so like, it prevents her from reconnecting, and it's, oh my gosh. That's, let's eat manananggal versus let's eat manananggal. The comma comes back again. The comma. Okay, so like, if you find the lower half of the body, right, you can just hold like a bowl of salt, right? And then when she returns, you're like, not like, wait, you can't say not a step further because she's floating, but you can just be like, oi, like, I don't know what you would say. You'd be like, now hold it right there, partner. And then she'd be like, wait, what is that accent? Who are you saying, right? But like, you have the salt there, and you'd be like, all right, like, don't terrorize the village anymore, or I'm gonna pour salt down here, and there's only like 30 minutes until dawn, so you gotta make your decision quick, right? As a PH Koi, she hides her lower half after she detaches. To kill her, you have to sprinkle salt on her lower half to prevent her from reconnecting. Could you... Wait, hold up. What if you had like a slow release capsule? Chana, thank you so much for re-upping the membership, Okoidi. Spring in the Salt Bay gesture. You find the lower half. As she comes over, you walk in, you like sprinkle the Salt Bay style on your forearm. No. Oh my gosh. Okay, but like, okay, think about it this way. If you have like modern technology, you have like a slow release capsule, or maybe you have like a small little... the BM. You have like a small little container of salt, and like if you hit a button, it like opens up and like disperses. Does it have to be a lot of salt? A salt gun? Oh my gosh. Wait, isn't there a salt gun? Isn't there one? I'm pretty sure there's like a salt gun. I think it's literally called a salt gun, like ASSALT, like assault. So it's like, no, assault, but for killing bugs, right? And then you just show... That'd be terrifying though. Like, she's come back from a night of haunting and then terrorizing a village, and then she sees you and she's like, oh no, my lower half. And then you're like, not a step further. I don't know, what would I say to her? What would you say? Like, I'll let you reconnect and not sprinkle salt on your lower half if, I don't know, we can have lunch together? Maybe? I don't like breakfast? I don't know. Like, there's a nice coffee shop, maybe. Like, I don't know, Jan. I'm trying to think, like, what could you do, you know? Ask her on a date. I don't know if threatening someone by sprinkling salt on their lower half is the best way to ask out someone on the date. Shouldn't we stop being down bad for Monster Girls Challenge 2023? Difficulty impossible. I don't think she eats normal food, though. We'll figure it out. I mean, like, food is delicious, right? Respect her rights. Do spirits have rights? I'm sure they do. They probably have their own code, right? Like, they've got to have, like, their own, like, judicial thing. I don't know. She'll eat you, wink wonk. What do they eat? What do they eat? Spirit law. There's like a spirit court, spirit police. Like, you can terrorize people, but you can only use these methods. And if you could do too far, then you get arrested for violating spirit law. Babies? I wonder, would they be able to tell? Fetuses. We can get like super sciencey about that. As for ticklish, I think she feels everything you do to her lower half. If she dies or she cannot reconnect before dawn, in the morning she's a beautiful woman. She eats fetuses from the womb, by the way. Thank you for the super... Wow. Thank you for the super chat, Vander. Could we like... lab grown like vegan fetuses? Could you make vegan fetuses? You know, she likes eggs. That complicates things a bit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can figure one out. It must be organic. Vegan food can be organic. What are you talking about? GMO fetuses. Okay, but here's the thing though. Like, stop cooking. Stop letting him cook. Secret Simply Gal, thank you for the super chat. If she ain't supernatural, she ain't my gal. The world's most messed up vacuum. Thank you for the super chats. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dad, stop cooking. The food is burnt. I'm trying to think, like, what happens if... Okay, so... if she eats babies, right? Is it like... is she like a cat? Is my question, you know? Is she like a cat in the sense of like, cats need to eat meat, you know? You can't like feed cats a vegetable diet because they're obligate carnivores, as in they have to eat meat, right? If you feed a cat a vegan diet, then they actually suffer a lot of health consequences because of that. Unlike, say, for example, like dogs, it's possible to feed a dog, like it wouldn't be recommended, but it's possible to feed a dog wholly on like vegetables or processed vegetables like kibble. Like, you could do that. You don't necessarily have to, although you do want to have a balanced diet for your puppy, right? But for dogs, it needs to be, or sorry, for cats, they're obligate carnivores. They must eat meat, right? Ah yes, vegan fetus. One of my favorite foods. That's now going to be clipped out of context, but yeah, let's go. Thank you for the super chat days. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. So, I'm guessing she's a carnivore. That's the thing though, right? If she eats babies, she eats meat. I can't believe it's not baby city. Thank you for the super chat. But is it that she only eats babies, or is it that she eats meat and has a preference for babies? Because I'm pretty sure we can find a way to make like a meat dish that's similar in like texture and consistency that she can eat as a substitute, you know? Sorry, I had to cough right there. The air was weird. You can feed her innards, I guess. She eats those too. She eats male intestines. Like, how would she know? Like, how how would she know? Like, okay, here's a question. Like, is there like, the texture just hit diff. Oh, she knows. Okay, I assume that she knows when she goes to like, thank you for the super chat, Keisha. I would assume that she would know it's male intestines when she goes out and like hunts herself, right? Like she's there in the fields, getting her hands dirty, harvesting the intestines, out there in the wilderness, free range, organic, all that stuff, right? But if you just give her a plate of intestines, would she know? Like, would she be able to tell? Like, no, not free range dudes. It's free range intestines. Like wine tasting. Oh my god. Oh, that's what we should do. We should go and give her like a bowl of intestines, but like mix in a variety of intestines, right? So like a little bit of pig intestine, cow intestines, maybe like some chicken intestines, and then claim that it's from a small child. And then we go ahead and then we like we have to do it in like little cups, little plates, right? And we don't label them. Like it has blind test. No, it's gonna be double blind. It has to be a double blind test. Like we can't know because she might look at us and like see our reaction, and then from the reaction, she would be able to guess. Hip hip hooray! Thank you for the super chat. Internet cut out. What am I coming back to? Meals, cuisines. Thank you for the super chat. My abuela told me is that it eats innards but loves liver and fetuses most. Targets pregnant women in particular. Hey, I can cook liver. Almi Minami, thank you for the super chat. Known to shapeshift as a black cat or a large dog, so I can assume they eat kibbles. That'd be very cute. I'd like Mananango Chad, put down that person. You can't eat intestines before you finish your vegetables. If you don't put that man down, you're gonna be eating kibbles for the next week. Churches should respect the giving the super chat. Mythology like that makes me wonder how would they handle if they attacked a dude they turned out he was trans or non-binary. I'm pretty sure Mananango Chan would at least have the decency to ask. Like before, like she's out there with her claws and it's like about to strike, but it's like, wait a minute, hold up. Before we proceed, like I just need to ask. Like it's a thing that we need to, like formalities. Like I know, like I'm gonna have to kill you, but just to make sure that all the boxes are ticked and everything's checked off properly. The fine print has been read and the pages have been signed, and all that. Like we just need to know. Oh my gosh, like not to be rude, but before I eat you, right? Just. I love how Madanaga has. Okay, they may be paranormal entities, right? And spirits, but they're not. Wait, no, actually, some of them are. They're not rude. They have manners, What separates a monster from, like, I was gonna say the phrase wild beasts, but then I realized some of them probably are wild beasts too, so. We have standards, okay? We all have standards. That's what we're trying to say. Professionals have standards. Exactly, right? Prim and proper. Murderer, but not a bigot. Exactly, chat. There we go. But wait, they can turn into cats and dogs? Do they... When they turn into cats and dogs, can they still separate from the lower half? Like, if... I'm trying to think. Because that would be one heck of a party trick, Black cats and dogs. Fun fact, there's a Mananango VTuber here in PH. Want to have a chat with you regarding your questions. I don't know if just randomly approaching another content creator and then just barraging them with a whole bunch of questions like, tell me all about your eating habits. I must know your diet. Like, I feel like that's a little bit too forward. Thank you for the super chat. Shokatsu, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Damn. Okay, in my mind, when I heard that the Nanako can turn into like a black cat or a dog, I imagine like getting into an argument and then she would turn into a cat and then be all pouty. But then you pick up the cat and you cradle the cat in your arms and then you like pet it so that she calms down. Like, I don't know why I had the image in my mind. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, we'll figure this out. Like, I shouldn't have like snapped at you and it was bad. And, like, I just want to hug. The scenarios write themselves. Yeah. Knock over everything on my shelf, right? Like, get in an argument and instead of detaching, she turns into a cat and just walks around like knocking all the plates and dishes off the shelves. And then just goes like, and then like, wait, goes like, like that, and then just walks away, right? I feel like we have enough out of context clips from the stream to make you sound like a serial killer, probably. But the truth is, I'd find a way to go date the serial killer too. Typical. Stop making them cute. I can't, chat. It's like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I have a problem with. I don't know why. I can't tell, but it's too adorable. I just want to go big hugs. Lots of hugs, lots of pets, you know. Turn off your mummification beam. It's like the game that we played with the doll shop, where in the main character's mind, everything that he sees is like in either a void or someone who's very pretty and sees them as dolls. You know, in my mind, I look at a spirit and it's like, ooh, cute. You know? You're the best at coming up with cute horror / slice of life webcomics. I want to see them. I want to see. Please take all my ideas and turn them into real things. Too late, we have PH artists here who can make Mananakos cute. Okay, I want to... Okay, wait, I'm curious. I want to search. Hang on, let me go... Let's see... Oh my god, there actually is. And then, yeah, it's very cute. It is very cute, but I think okay, so the number one most common thing that I'm seeing is, oh my gosh, this one's really pretty actually. What the heck? Okay, the one that I'm seeing most commonly is, Chad, do you guys know that meme with like the very, very tired person holding a leash, and then at the end of the leash is like a little gremlin, right? And it's usually things like, you know, like, oh, like a Discord mod and like a streamer or something like that, right? It's like that, right? Like that meme, right? Imagine that, but like the Mananango is like a gremlin, and then there's someone very tired holding onto a leash, and the leash is her intestines, the entrails, so that she can't travel too far away. So you're like very tired, like a balloon, like holding her up like a balloon, you know? That's the fan art that I'm seeing. Like her friend looks so done with her. She's just there holding onto the entrails, just so done and just very tired. It's like, stop being a gremlin, please. Right? That's kind of cute. I mean, okay, right? Adorable. Super cute though. Like your Manananga best friend is a gremlin and just floating around. You're like, please, I have not had my morning coffee today. Stop causing chaos and mayhem this early. And you're just there grabbing onto the entrails so that she can't fly off. Why is it so cute though? Why is it so cute? Can't stop being a gremlin, exactly. I can see that, right? And there's another one that's like super pretty with like very long hair. And she's like wearing like super chic outfits. Rest in peace, Shinri, cause of death, trying to flirt with deadly ghosts. What do you mean cute? What do you mean? What? They are cute. I wonder. What if short hair? What if like modern hairstyles? You know, like, you know, because a lot of the depictions are of like very old school, old timey depictions, right? Let me see, like, yeah, photos are like, the hair is all super raggedy, it's like matted, it's like flying all over the place. Also, like, the outfits are generally just like super old school, but like like a crop top jacket and like short hair, a spa day. Exactly. You're like, hey, by the way, you know, here's some conditioner that could help with that, because you've been out there in the forest for a long time. So like a spa day dream. Because I think a good chunk of the overall scary aesthetic is that the hair is all over the place. You know, it looks like she's been out there in the woods for a long time. Imagine how much oil and like dirt buildup there has been. Like a good shower would probably do wonders, you know? Imagine a manga about a spa owned by ghosts and monsters, right? Like, okay, let's be honest, chat. Like Sadako, right? Down there in the well, how do you think she keeps her hair that silky smooth, right? Every single time she comes out of the TV to go kill someone, her hair is so long and flows very well. It's not like curled or matted. There's not like, you know, stray knots all over her, right? Right? Like, she has a hair care routine. Absolutely has a hair care routine. She uses Head and Shoulders. Exactly. How does she do it, right? Apparently there's a similar creature to the Manangal, the Penanggalan? Ooh. Yeah, this one too. It has hair all over. Actually, no, this one's really pretty. Oh yeah, this is the one that we saw in the game. Yeah. Ghost shampoo? Mane and tail. Wait, do you guys think there's like a specific... Sorry, I just had this idea. I just had this idea of someone going around and buying like a whole bunch of like Head and Shoulders or Mane and Tail or just any kind of shampoo, like L'Oreal shampoo bottles, right? They'll have a whole bunch of shampoo bottles and they line them up. And what they do is, they take each bottle of like shampoo and they go over to like the well where Sadako is, and then they stab the bottle to kill it, and then they drop the now quote dead bottle of shampoo down the well so that Sadako can get the spirit of the shampoo bottle, because it like you have to kill the shampoo bottle so it turns into a spirit, right? And then you offer it up to her as like a, hey, by the way, check this out, new product. It's good for your hair. It's really good for, you know, long, thin, wavy, or like long, straight hair without too much waviness. It's for like light oil, you know. Ghost soap, right? How do you kill a shampoo bottle? You do the thing with the chopsticks are for like offering for food, right? Ghost soap. Sounds like a commercial shampoo company would cook up, right? Is there a monster or a spirit you don't think is cute? For the most part, like the concept of most spirits I think are very adorable. I think like when I see it, it would depend on their movements. It's the movement that startles me, you know? Like when we saw the pochong, when it was just standing there, it's kind of cool, like ominously standing there, right? Ghost, this month I spent too much money on my hair, right? That's why you offer, that's why you go ahead and you offer it up, like little shampoo bottles, conditioner bottles, and like, oh hey, by the way, here's this new perfume, you know, like you can try. Oh, I think it'd be really cute. But Mermaid from the Cabin in the Woods, I don't remember that one. Let me look it up. Mermaid Cabin in the Woods. Whoa. It's looking at the still images, you can tell like immediately that it's a suit. So I'm gonna try to like go back to my sense of disbelief of like it's an actual creature. I bet you they would look a lot better underwater. A lot better underwater. That seems like a lot of fake blood apparently. No spicy water. It's like 10:20 a.m. I can't drink this early. If I do, I'll just fall back asleep. Baba Yaga. Baba Yaga. Let's see. What does she look like? She just looks like a really badass granny. This art that I see of Baba Yaga has her sitting inside the cauldron with a giant broom, and the only thing I can think of is getting over it and her traveling around inside this giant cauldron, getting over it style by swinging the broom and like that's all I can see. There's other ones where she looks like straight up like a ninja from Naruto. Oh, are we back? Baba Yaga got me for a moment there. We cooked too hard. Hello, everybody. Sorry about the little hiccup there. Wait, chat, going back real quick. There's a Penanggalan and a Manananggal fan art, but they're like super moe, and the Penanggalan she has no arms, so she's like bonking the Manananggal with her forehead and being all like, you dummy, and then the Manananggal's like, no, what are you doing? Like, it's really cute. That's the one I saw, right? Like, they're just best friends. Oh my god, like, I love stuff like that. It's really cute. And there's one of the Penanggalan reaching out to kiss her girlfriend. It's really cute. I can't find that one. I don't see it on my Google search results, unfortunately. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's really cute. Oh, it's adorable. Okay, I can see it. Like, her neck doesn't stretch, but like all the entrails pop out. Oh, why is it adorable? Oh my god. Why is it so cute? Bestie, the village has better guts than your place. Come on over, right? Ghost girlfriends art, yeah. What about the ghost boys? Wait, I don't know where the give me ghost boys. Let's like look for what are some of them? Like I don't know too many. Like I don't know what to search for when I see them, you know. Tuyu? Let's see. Searching for Tuyu just gave me like these really cute looking little gremlins. They look like the little emojis. They're really adorable. Tikbalang? Yeah, the Tuyu just look like little mascots, honestly. They're just really, they look like dumplings. all the Tuyos just look like little dumplings and it's adorable. Okay, what is it? Gender Uwu. Okay. From Dread Out. Oh, that's the big one. Oh yeah, that's the one. Let's see. Oh my god. Wait, this is a webtoon? Whoa. There's an actual webtoon about this. What? No way. He looks really cool. He looks really, really cool. Has like white hair and like golden eyes. Ooh, that's so cool. Wait, is it more like? Yeah, there's a whole webtoon. Wait, there's a webtoon about Pochong and Quinti. Webtoon. Let's see. Oh my god, that's really cute. I love the art. Oh my god, why does he look so smug in that death shroud? What? Hantu plus 62? Okay, it's called Hantu plus 62. It's a webtoon. The Pochong looks so cute. Look at that smug face sticking out from the... Oh my god. Church Strings like, thank you for the super chat. This reminds me of an old folklore. Fairies were very messed up. Blue Fairy, for example, stole children to lay eggs in them while they were still alive, so the young would eat their way out. Honestly, lots of bugs do that too, so I'm not too surprised. It's a very good way to survive and like carry on your species. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Why is this so cute though? Look, oh my god. Quinti-chan is really adorable. Wait, I wanna look into this more. Oh, wait. And 2 plus 62. It is on webtoons. It is. Why is he cute? The art style is so soft compared to like the topic. Oh, it's all in Indonesia. I cannot read this, but the art is really adorable. In the very first chapter, he wakes up, he gets startled by Quinti-chan, and then like he looks at himself in the mirror and he's like glistening in the light, just absolutely like little sparkles, like his lips and just the shines in his eyes. Oh my god, this is amazing. I love it. I love this. This is crazy, chat. See, this is what I'm talking about. There's a way to like humanize these spirits and turn them into like really cute things. Just cute stories, slice of life. Oh my god. Hang on, let me see if I can find it just generally. There. What is it called? Hantu plus 62. Apparently the plus 62 is the area code. Chichi, thank you so much for joining re-upping the membership. Okoidi. I see the silver koi badge. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Welcome back. Man, I'm jealous of the cultures that have kept their folklore creatures alive throughout the years. This is why we need to go and like hunt them down. Not hunt the creatures down, but hunt the folklore down, you know? They were human at some point at least. Right? Like, I just want to give them all hugs, Chad. Just a really big hug, you know? You just be careful, of course, yeah. Oh my god, there's a thumbnail of a clip of me when I search for Quinti-chan. No, on Google Images, I searched for Quinti-chan, and one of the results is a thumbnail that some clipper made of my. No, wait, here, I'm gonna mute this tag. Can I? Which one is this? The description of the clip is Shinri has been single for quite a while now that he treats Quinti-chan like a real lady. Oh my god. It's gonna be, this is how I'm gonna be known. The rodent who has been single for so long and so touch deprived that he thirsts after spirits. 18,000 views, what? 18,000 views, oh no. Oh my god, wait, what do the comments say? Oh no. Hakka is wondering why he isn't getting any exorcist jobs lately when most of the ghosts are simping for shit. How long do you need to be single to thirst over a ghost? I need to know for research purposes. Oh man. Be ready to hold her hands once if that laugh is heard further. Man. Wait, what? Apparently, if you can stake a nail deep into the top of Kunti's head, she'll transform into an ordinary pretty woman human. There's still a chance, Shinri, but if the nail is taken off, she'll transform back into Kunti again. Can I be honest? I would rather not have the nail there. I think I'm okay with her just being Quinti-chan. You know? Like, I'm okay without the nail. Should we say thank you for the super chat? Study world mythology, folklore, university level, and there's always endless things to learn from new cultures and dead societies. Ooh, yeah. Lee loves her as she is. No, because like she wouldn't be Quinti-chan if you like, you know, drove a nail through her head. You know, she would just be like a woman with a nail to the head. And it's like, you know, if we're not a spiritual entity anymore, then like, does not need to fix her. She's perfect already. I mean, if she's an ordinary woman at that point, then it's like, then what, you know, at worst, or like the most that happens is you just kind of have to explain, like, yeah, by the way, when I walk through the metal detector to get onto the plane, it's gonna go off, but that's because I have a nail in my head, and the truth is actually I'm Kunti-chan, and if you take the nail out, then like I'll turn back into a spirit and ooh, I'll haunt you, you know, like that'll be the only real difference, you know. Might get tempted. No, because like it's only it's okay. So here's the question, though. Here's the question. Okay, man, I'm trying to think. How does the science work there, right? Like, is there a hole in her skull where you can just have the nail? Like, what if, okay, imagine this. Imagine Quinti-chan, right, with really long hair, but her hair is tied up in a bun, and she has, you know, those really long hairpins, right? And like, whenever she needs to, she can take the pin out of her hair, let her hair down, but then like stick it inside her skull to turn back into a regular human, right? So like, there's gotta be like a little hole there, right? So she can like take it in and out as she pleases. You know, like whenever she needs to go like into like Kunti mode, like she's like whenever she needs to go ghost, right? Like like Danny Phantom style, right? Like she'll take out the pin, the nail from her head, right? And then use it to tie up her hair, and then like sticks the nail into her hair bun as like a hairpin, right? And then she goes back to being Quinti-chan, and then she floats around, right? And then after she's done doing her job, right, then she takes the hairpin out, lets her hair down, and then puts the pin back in, you know? Like We're just going ghost. I'm so sorry for giving you all that image, but like now that's the image you have to now think, right? Like every day I walk around the world as a regular human woman, but at night I transform, and then she takes the pin out and like I see the vision, right? Because you get to keep the nail as a hairpin, and it works both. It's very versatile, is what I'm saying, right? It's versatile. You can have it go both ways. Never sleeps, presumably, right? When are you gonna write this story? I'm only giving everyone the plot, like the premise, and then I'm gonna trust everyone to take it and just run with it. Head nails are very versatile. Oh man. She could be like a superhero at a bank normal day, then it gets robbed, then she goes to take him down. Quinti-chan, please show up the Shinri so I can decrease his rice score. Nah. I don't think anything that I would ask would be there to like decrease the rice score anymore. It'd be like dinner. A ghost is fine too. I'm reading the other comments and they're pretty great. Wait, I love how people outside Indonesia are scared of the Indonesian ghosts, but some places, some of us beat the shit out of the ghosts. Oh my gosh. I wonder for okay, chat. For like man, there's a lot of ideas going around my head. I'm a little jealous of the SCA ghost being so interesting. I'm sure there are other ghosts and other folklore creatures out there that are also just genuinely interesting, but like you don't really think about them too much. The other question, does the human know their Quinti-chan? What if it's like a multiple personality thing where when she becomes Quinti-chan, like the Quinti-chan like personality takes over, and then when she's a regular woman again, it's just like a human woman, and she doesn't have any memories, you know, like for her it's like she fell asleep and then woke up, you know? That could be cool. Dullahans are hot. Are those the headless warriors? Let me see. Yeah, they are the headless soldiers in like the really big armor. I've already seen enough anime and like manga involving Dullahans that are like very like what was it? Oh gosh. Oh, I can't remember. Gosh. Celti? What was her name, I think? Celti? Do-da-da-da. Yeah, that's the one. That's like the first like exposure I had to Dullahans. Pretty badass. I've seen enough fan art of like slice of life like Dullahans because of that already, so it's very easy to imagine slice of life with a Dullahan. Love Celti, very cute, very pretty. The helmet's pretty cool too. Absolutely needs to have those cat ears. There are, personally, I don't like talking about culture spirits, and you're not supposed to directly say or talk about it, and you can't always trust people to be respectful. Ah, that's fair, that's fair. Ghosts in my culture are mostly people who died and become animals and plants? Oh, I see. Yeah, I think it really depends on how the culture views death and like the afterlife. A slice of life. No, the puns. Not the puns. Man. If... Okay, wait. If you take a Dullahan out to like lunch, right? And they eat. Do they like where is it like portals? Like do they, if you eat, does it go from their mouth down the throat where the gap is, and does it just teleport the food over to their gut? Lunch date again. They can't eat? They shove the food down the neck hole? That'd be so sad. Like, okay, because like they're not connected, right? Dullahan, right? Wait, hold up. Can Dullahans eat? Can they eat? They are undead. They don't consume food or drink because they don't need to. But would they want to? Because here's the thing, like, okay, maybe you do, because they're undead, maybe they don't have to eat, right? But they can taste, right? And tiramisu cakes are very tasty. So like at the very least, it wouldn't be eating for sustenance, right? But like, come on, tiramisu. Eh? Come on. Like, I know you don't need to eat, but come on, like, doesn't tiramisu look good, right? Like, well, like a pancake, and we'll have a little like whipped cream on it with the little strawberry slices, and they don't need to eat, but they'd still want to eat, right? That's the thing. Like, I think that'd be even great, because then like we can go out and get like all the delicious food, like little donuts with the like mochi donuts. We get mochi donuts, like. Like, you don't have to eat, but I know you want to. And they only have like these 5 different flavors of mochi donuts, and it's only for a limited period of time, because it's one of those pop-up shops that appear for like a month and a half, and then they take down their shop and they move around, right? The undead don't eat. How do they have this trade? We'll have to figure out the biology of that too. Yeah. Mochi donuts. They're like the donuts that look like little mochi, I guess like little mochi balls in like a ring shape. Yeah, it's donuts made of mochi. It's like very chewy. It's very nice. I love the flavor. It's not too sweet, and it's kind of like a pondering, I suppose. Wait, I think is that another way to call them? Pondering. Ooh, it looks like a bracelet. Yeah. Those are the, I know those as mochi donuts. Yeah, it's those. It's those. Oh my gosh. So I'm right now imagining like going shopping, and then like the Dullahan body would be like carrying all the bags. And then I would be holding on to like, I don't know, like a little carrying case with the Dullahan's head. And then like, because the Dullahan body is holding all the bags, I get to have like free arms to like pick apart the mochi donuts and feed the Dullahan. Like, hey, like, do you want like this little thing? Like, here's, matcha flavor. And then like you can like place the little mochi, what do you even call those? Like little mochi balls? Right into the little the carrying case. Like, I think that'd be very cute. And of course you can't just eat the whole thing, so you would order like 8 different kinds of mochi donuts, and then and then she would only eat 1 mochi ball of each flavor, and then I would have to finish the rest of them. It's like when you go out into like the open markets for like street food, they always get everything, like a little bit of everything, but they only have like 1 or 2 bites, and then you have to take care of the rest of the food. Like it always goes that way. I mean, it makes sense because you want to try a little bit of everything, right? But like, I always get stuck with like, all right, I'm gonna order this thing. Like, that's a lot of food. It's like, it's okay, I'm not gonna have 1 bite. Like, why are you ordering that much food then? And they're like, well, you have it here. Just a single scoop, right? Just a single bite, not even the whole thing, right? Just 1 serving, like takoyaki balls, right? They'll eat 1 or 2, and then the rest, the 5, the 6, 7 left over, they'll give it to me and be like, oh man, now to carry all this too. Feed her a pom-pom puppy. No. Some people in chat have been called out for this behavior. Nah, I'm used to it. And I like every single time though. Every single time. Do they find it hot or cold? I don't know. Would you be able to tell? Somehow not me. Listening to these scenarios are so great. I need to come to the Zatsu. They help my brain start braiding. Yeah. If you want to take any of these ideas that we just talked about during the chat, please go take them. Go sleep food date. I think it'd be very cute, right? Heat is a pain response. Do they feel pain? I'm sure they do. They have to, right? Because like even ghosts would have to like, I feel like skincare, you know, like if you are a spiritual entity that gets hurt by sunlight, right, you would have to feel pain because your body would have to know that like, oh, you know, it's sunlight, oh no, are we lagging? Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, chat. We'll chill a little bit until it's back. Back? Oh, just a little bit of a stutter. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. What I tend to do is order only one thing from the menu. The next I come back and order one different thing. That works if you're going out alone. In my experience, if I go with a group of friends, they will always order like one of everything, and then they'll share amongst each other. And then whatever is left over, we like the guys will have to take care of. The guys will have to finish because like it's either that or we take it home, right? Talking about Dullahans reminded me to draw several similarities to teacher interview. Oh, the teacher from the interview with Monster Girls. That one is cute. Like it got weird. I'm gonna be honest. Interviews with Monster Girls, like it started cute, but then it got weird. So I don't know. It's like a 60-40 thing. I don't know. It's strange. It got weird. That's all I can say. But yeah, like speaking as a former teacher, like some of the stuff that happens in there, like I don't think that's okay. But like the general concept of like a slice of life with Monster Girls, yeah. The beauty of being friends with guys with bottomless pit stomachs. Oh my goodness. Every single time we gotta call it like, hey, let's go to the night markets, right? Like you just need to prepare, you know, just avoid it. Just avoid like eating food because you know like you're gonna get a whole meal and then some by just walking around the open air markets and the food stalls and everything. Can we roast a marshmallow on the fire of the Dula-chan's neck and then feed her the toasted marshmallow with her own neck fire? Is it actually hot enough to toast a marshmallow? I thought it was supposed to be a cold flame, wasn't it? Wait, Dullahan neck fire. I thought it was supposed to be like a dark cold flare. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's enough research into this. It's probably not even fire. Yeah, it just might be like spiritual energies. There's so much really cute like Dullahan art where the Dullahan-chan is just very shy and is cradling her head. Why? Why is that such a cute? I don't know why. I wonder if he's rude to annoy the Dullahan. Maybe like if you're best friends with it, like perhaps, you know. Like, you know how if you're like with best friends with someone, like you're okay with them like messing around with your hair. Like you'll be there just like, you know, just on your phone and browsing, and they'll come over and they'll just like mess around with your hair and stuff like that, like braid your hair and stuff. Like Dullahan-chan's just sitting there on a sofa watching TV, and then you walk over and then you're like, instead of rustling your fingers through their hair, you like wave your hand through their neck fire. Like, I don't know, like is that a thing? Like I think if you I'm just trying to think, like, when you become best friends and you're just chilling in your apartment together, like, what would be the silly thing you would do? Snatch their head and run away. Just pick their head up and then bring them to the kitchen and be like, hey, I tried this new recipe for these cookies. Try it. And they'll be like, no, I was watching a TV. Oh, might be dangerous. Yeah, because we need to know what the actual, like the biology of that is. Like, is it really fire? Is it really like connected? Oh my gosh, I think the really adorable stuff. I don't know where this, the trope started, but when they're embarrassed or shocked or like in a state of like surprise, a lot of fan art depicts the fire from the neck like shooting up. Like, I think that's really cute. I don't know if the fire really does react to emotions like that, but like it's their version of like surprise, you know? Excuse me. The Moe fire. It's soul fire, not real fire. So we can go get marshmallows, stab the marshmallows, and then take the spirits of the marshmallow and in Monster Musume, you can pour food down the open neck portion. No, but then you don't get to taste it because all your taste buds are in your mouth. A ghost s'more, right? Spirits of the mallow. I still think that idea of the world-class chef that gets isekai'd into a horror isekai world and ends up cooking food for spirits, I still think that's a really great thing. It's I don't know. It's really cute. Man. Putting them on a stick and roast to kill some marshmallow, I guess. In a way, right? You gotta be. What would you name the story? Something very simple, like I was a culinary student, but then I died and got reincarnated as a chef in a magical world where I have to cook meals for spirits. You know, that gives you pretty much the good premise and understanding of what the manga is about. You know? I don't know, like, you read that and you're like, alright, cool, I've seen a lot of isekai anime. This one is interesting, it's a very neat premise, right? And it's just a whole bunch of really cute spirits that are like, they want to eat food. Like, especially for the spirits that used to be humans before, when they passed away and then they became spirits and they're like, you know what, I miss the cook, or like, I miss the food that my mom used to cook for me. And I really want to go and try like her omelets again. Because it's been so long and I still remember the taste, but you know, I miss those times when I used to be a human, you know, a long time ago. Like, I think that'd be really sweet. And then you can help them out, like, you know, give them their, you know, their quote final meals and things like that, you know? Like, I think that'd be a very, very sweet way to help them out. It's adorable, right? Like, my heart, my Kokoro. There's an anime or restaurant with doors that lead to different menu worlds every weekend. Ooh, interesting. Yeah. I think you mentioned that before. That's because I think it's a really good idea. I want to see that one. Like, that one specifically, I want that to become a thing, you know? Not even like a series, just like a one-shot, you know? Breakfast for spirits. Reborn as a vending machine, now I wander the dungeon. Reborn as a vending machine. Oh, there's an anime for everything. Seriously. Sounds like a shoujo manga or a webtoon I'd read. I think it would have to be like a very short thing, like 1 or like 3 episodes maybe, you know? Like a Quinti-chan episode, a Pochon's episode, and then like a Tuyo episode. Like, imagine a Tuyo episode where the Tuyo is like a little kid, right? And the reason why the Tuyo is now inside your house is because the master sent it over to thief, like to steal things from you, right? And then like as it's stealing, you like trap it inside your house. You're like, you can't get away or something like that. Or like it gets very hungry or something, right? And it eats some of your food. And then it's like, wait a minute, this food is delicious. hold up. And then the Tuyo-chan keeps coming back, even though the master has not told it to go steal from you. But the Tuyo-chan's coming over because your food is good. And you're like, hey, you all right? Like, I knew you're coming here to steal things, but like, you look really hungry. Could you do with some meals? And then like, you cook for it. That's all you gotta do, you know? And then the last time it like comes to steal, it's not there to like steal food, but it's there to like pick up a meal order and like deliver it back to its owner. And then I don't know, like it's I'm just thinking of like all these like spiritual entities in like these really cute slice of life scenarios, right? You haven't eaten in a lifetime, right? Yeah. Make friends with them, exactly. I think it's adorable. Sorry, chat. My moification beam is on constantly. It's on, I don't know, at some point the switch was flipped and then it got stuck and then I went out to super glue it that way. I'm not going to fix the switch. It's going to be there that way forever. Days, thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you, thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat? Oh, there are already hearts in chat. Love to see it. Love to see it. Thank you so much. If you received one, please enjoy the channel badge and the emotes. Speaking of membership stream this week, as a reminder, will not be on Friday. We are changing the membership stream. We're pushing it back to Saturday so that we can enjoy Friday for Hakka's birthday. So please keep your eye out for that. I think we have enough recommendations for horror movies that I'll go ahead and put out a poll later today, and then we'll be ready for the weekend. And then again, we'll do the same thing. Everyone will go find their own access to the horror movie, and then we'll all watch it together. And it's going to be a spooky one. So we'll watch a horror movie, and then afterwards I will be doing a brief little Minecraft stream just to kind of cool down, because I know that not everyone here is really good with horror, like scary horror. So I just want to, like, I don't want to be like scary horror and then terrify everyone and then just be like peace and then vanish, right? So we'll do like a little Minecraft stream afterwards to kind of cool down, and if you want to just talk about, we can talk about the movie or something else to distract ourselves and all that. So movie on Saturday, Minecraft right afterwards, and then on Friday will be Hakka's birthday, so please keep your eye out for that. He's got lots of things planned, and I'm not going to spoil any of it. Actually, on that note, I think we're pretty close to calling it for today. It's been about 3 hours. I do want to say I may have a gorilla stream in about 2 hours from now, 3 hours. I think 3 hours. I wanted some rest before, so I want to stream Mage Seeker. It's a new game from Riot Games that just came out today. We got the perms for it, and I want to fit it in. I think I might just do like a really brief a gorilla stream at like 2 p.m. Pacific. And then I have a meeting at 5 p.m. where I have to go. And then at 6 p.m. we'll come back for a space for the Unbound. So it's going to be a really packed day today. So yeah, I'm going to go get some food before all this happens. All right, Chad. Thank you again for spending this morning with me. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I will see you all in a couple of hours. Keep your eye out for Twitter and the waiting room. I'll open it up soon. But I'll see you all then. Have a good one. Get some food, get some water, wiggle around, stretch your legs, and I'll see you all later. Koyasumi, Chad. Koyasumi. All right, let me go ahead and give a quick peek at who is streaming right now. You know what? It looks like Vesper is still streaming. He's only about like an hour or so into his Zatsu. His stream ends if I swear. Interesting. All right, we'll send you over there to Vesper Zatsu. Please have a wonderful time there. Yeah, I had already basically said everything that I wanted to, all of the announcements. So yeah. One last thing, we do need to do a proper super chat thanking stream and a membership gift thanking reading stream too. So I may try to find some time to fit that in as well. I don't know when that's going to happen, but also please keep your eye out for that as well. All right. That's all from me now. Have a wonderful time over at Vesper Stream. Koyasumi, everybody. Koyasumi.